Jake Ceresna, why are you in Winnipeg? What brought you to Winnipeg when I assume you would have had suitors in free agency?
Yeah, just the culture, just a winning organization, great organization. There's a big interest from this team to bring me in here, and the feelings are mutual. So glad we made it happen. I mean, I'm excited to be here.
Yet you savagely beat them in the Grey Cup in 2024.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I was playing for a different team then, but now it's all Winnipeg, and that's what they're getting here. I'm going to be the same player.
When you say the culture, what kind of things did you know about from afar? Perhaps what have you learned in the days since you've been a Bomber?
Yeah, I mean, there's just guys that stay here, and they stay here for a long time, and I don't think that's an accident. And then just the group of guys that are here, the Zach Caleros, Stanley Bryan, Willie Jefferson, those are household names in this league, and they've been here for a while. So the organization is doing something right. And when the opportunity presented itself to come here and be a part of something like that, I jumped on it.
How do you think you fit in to what the Bombers do defensively?
I think I'll fit in great. I mean, whatever they need me to do, I can rush inside, I can rush outside. I'll play wherever, do whatever I can, get pressure on the quarterback, and just be as dominant as I can on the football field.
What do you know about Edmonton transferring your rights to the Bombers? What did they tell you?
Not much. I mean, I think it's just with this free agency window that opens up a week before, it's just due process, I think. Nothing else more than that.
How quick did you know, hey, I'm going to Winnipeg?
Probably, the window opens at 12, and then start talking to teams, and then after a couple hours, I kind of made the decision to go to Winnipeg, and that I felt that was best for my family and best for me at this point in my career.
Hey there, Paul Friesen from the Winnipeg Sun. Nice to see you. Was there a sense too that Edmonton was moving on, or what was kind of your feeling of that relation, how that relationship was going?
Yeah, it was funny. I thought it was going to work out if we were going to get a contract done, but it just didn't materialize. And then I hit free agency, and there's other teams out there that just kind of express more interest. And kind of a saying I always have is go where you're wanted. Yeah, so sure. I want to be somewhere that wants me, and I want them, and we have a great relationship, and we can make it work.
Yeah. So Edmonton hadn't said we're moving on. It was you're actually just couldn't come to a deal with them.
They just never offered a contract.
Oh, they didn't offer.
Yeah, and then there's some talk. There was some talks when the window opened, but there was no contract offer.
That kind of tells you what you need to know.
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
Yeah, okay. Just curious why you're here, like in Winnipeg today, and not home. Where's home again?
Florida right now.
Then my question really makes sense. Why are you in Winnipeg? And not in
just to get the work permit figured out, stuff like that. And I mean, to be honest, it's good to be in here, get a lay of the land of the building, and just kind of get my mind right on the season and get going. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, any work permit issues, or is it?
No, got it squared away yesterday at the airport, and locked in for 2 years, so we're good to go.
Cool. We'd be remiss if we didn't ask you about the injury, or maybe remind us how bad it was and where you're at in your recovery.
Recovery's going great. I had a meniscus tear. It was a bucket handle tear, and then I had surgery to repair it. So I was going to miss the remainder of the year if I had it trimmed or repaired. Right. So I chose the longer recoveries, which has better outcomes in the future. So, the plan is to not have any issues with the knee going forward. And, I'm running, jumping, squatting heavy in the gym. So everything's going great, feel strong. And, my body is the best it's felt going into a season in the past 4 years that I can remember. So, I feel great. When you get hurt, the rest of, the little nicks and bruises everywhere else kind of heal up too. Yeah. That kind of bother you from season to season. So, I just feel great. I feel ready to go. I'd start tomorrow if I could.
Yeah. Nice. Thanks.
Taylor Allen with the Winnipeg Free Press. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Taylor.
When you signed with the Bombers, who was the first guy on the team that reached out to you?
Stanley Bryan was the first guy to reach out to me. So that's good stuff. But, there's lots of love. Stanley Bryan reached out, Brady Oliveira, Zach Caleros, Diedrich Nichols, Jake Thomas is the new D-line coach. A lot of guys. I'm forgetting people. So there's a lot of guys reaching out, and it felt great.
Thoughts on getting to play on the same D-line as Willie Jefferson?
I'm excited for it. Willie's been a dominant player in this league, and anytime you can, suit up and play alongside another dominant player in the league, it kind of takes a little bit of pressure off you as well, and kind of frees you up a bit to make plays. So I think we're going to be a great combo. I think we're going to be a great duo, and I'm excited for it.
Can you take us through that first day of free agency sounded like there was two teams, the Bombers and another, that were kind of neck and neck, vying for your services. What was that day like for you, and what ultimately put the Bombers over?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little stressful because you don't know where you're going, and you kind of got to make your decision quickly. Teams want to get commitment, and then so they could construct their roster. So, became between Winnipeg and another team, and I just felt like, where I'm at in my career and with my family and everything, that this was the place to be. And I'm excited for it. I mean, I can't wait to play in front of these fans, these teammates. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to win a Grey Cup, so I'm all in.
So last year with your meniscus tear, it was misdiagnosed at first, right?
Yeah. So it, like with the bucket handle, it can flip up, but it can unflip. So it can show that it could be torn, but you can kind of miss it on MRI. So the MRI didn't pick it up the first MRI I got. So I kept playing on it throughout the year, and then just played till I couldn't walk on my leg anymore, and it kind of gave out against Calgary on Labor Day. And then got the second MRI to confirm what was going on, and then got surgery.
I mean, I'm sure you play through injuries every week, but I take it that one was pretty hard to grit through, I'd imagine, or?
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. It's a tough one, looking back on it. Kind of derailed my season last year, and I didn't produce the way I wanted to. It was disappointing, and but it's just got me fired up for this year. Just got me really fired up.
What's the locker room code on addressing that 2024 Grey Cup? Do you wait until someone else brings it up? Do you bring it up day one, get out of the way, or what's the code on that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay quiet on it. I'm here now, so I'm part of Winnipeg. There's players who played elsewhere too, and they come to this organization, so I'm sure it's not gonna be an issue. It's all we're competitors at the end of the day, and we're all on the same team, aligned on the same vision. So we got one goal in mind, and that's the future. We're not looking back.
And does it make you even more excited to be here just to see just how active the Bombers have been in free agency signing Broxton today, signing Santos Knox, several other guys? Absolutely.
I mean, you want to play with great players. You want to play on winning teams, and we got a lot of great players on this organization. There's a lot of good players here, and I'm excited to play with them. I'm excited to go to work every day with them, and they're going to get everything I got, and we'll see where it takes us.
Hey, Jake, when you get those phone calls from other players that are now your teammates, what are they telling you about what you're signing up for here?
Just the culture here, it's a great organization. They're just expressing interest. Zach's saying, "Hey, how about you join my team and stop hitting me?" Stuff like that. So it's just it's just they're just trying to recruit you a little bit, but also tell you that this is a good place to play, and this is kind of where you want to be.
Is that part of the homework that you do on where you might sign?
100%. I mean, if you see guys staying in an organization for many years and not leaving, like I said, there's something the organization is doing right. And guys reaching out and expressing interest and telling you to come here, I mean, it makes you feel wanted, and it's a good feeling to have. And I'm just glad it worked out, and I'm here.
Does that become more important later in your career too? Because you're a guy that's been traded a couple of times, been on a few different teams. Like some stability would be, I imagine, pretty appealing right now.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, going into my career, when I started in Ottawa, I thought I was going to be a Red Black for life, and then went to Edmonton, thought I was going to be an Edmonton guy for life, and I just always wanted continuity. But sometimes that's not how the cards fall. So. I'm hoping to be here for a long time. I'm hoping to be here for 5-6 years if I can and finish out my career here.
We've seen you play tackle and end. You mentioned that at the top, but how would you describe how you play?
I think I'm just versatile. I think I just try to play hard every single play. I try not to take any plays off, and just constantly get pressure on the quarterback, and also be pretty stout in the run. I just try to do everything the best I can, and I try to be good at everything I can be at the end of the day. I think the key to being a great player is to constantly be in that learning phase. I feel like I still haven't figured out playing defensive line. I feel like I'm constantly learning, constantly picking up new keys, even from rookies that come in. And I think you have to stay on that. You have to keep that edge of, I'm learning this, I'm trying to get better. Maybe I'm great at this, but can I get better at something else? And just keeping that beginner student mindset, I think, has helped me make it this far.
When you've played here before, things have been quite silent when you're on the field. Are you ready for the deafening 32,000 crowd screaming?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, playing on other teams, you always got to go on a silent count coming here in Winnipeg. So to have that advantage is huge as a defensive lineman, and I'm excited to take advantage of that, and hopefully I can get a couple extra sacks out of it.
You mentioned Stanley Bryant was one of the first to talk to you. Could you just share maybe a little bit, if you feel it's okay, of what he texted or said to you? Because I feel like there's thank God we don't have to play each other anymore.
Yeah, it's just simple. Just wondering if I was going to hit, the window, and then, when I did hit the window, just telling me, this is a great place to play, and, the organization takes care of guys here. So that was really it.
What Winnipeg does defensively versus, say, what Edmonton would have done in 2023, are there similarities? Are there differences? I envision Edmonton is like in 23 being a lot of three-man fronts and prioritizing perhaps coverage over rushing the quarterback. Do you see similarities in Winnipeg? Or
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I haven't really met or dove into the playbook yet with JY. I know they ran a lot of three-man last year, but I've had success in three-man in 2023 in Edmonton and 22 in Edmonton, so I'm not really worried if we go three-man or four-man. Just put me in a position to be successful, and I'll make it happen.
Quick one. So those calls from some Bombers like Zach, they came before you'd signed, or they?
No, Stanley was just wondering, if I was going to be going to free agency, but most of it happened after the window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering if they were an influence on you at all in your decision. Would that be fair to say?
I want to say that. At the end of the day, it's my choice.
Sure.
But, it's good that people reach out and make you feel more.
Yeah. Winnipeg's O-line is seen as not quite the dominant force it was a few years back. Give me your scouting report on it, what you've seen over the years, and now that they've added Jarrell, how big a deal that is, Jarrell Broxton.
Yeah, I mean, Jarrell Broxton is a great player. He's been a good offensive tackle in this league for a long time. I think the Winnipeg offensive line is going to be great this year. You got Patty, who's a veteran. He's been around a long time. He's always been a solid guard. There is some good young Winnipeg offensive linemen coming up. Gabe Wallace, I can think of off the top of my head. But I think they have a good core here. So I think you're going to see a great offensive line this year. I mean, Stanley's a Hall of Famer. You got a solid offensive line here.
What's it like going against Stanley? I assume you've done that.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. He's a great player. You have to have a good game plan going in, and I'm excited to practice against those guys because I know they're going to make me better because they're great players. So I'm excited for it.
Just one for me. Obviously, the Bombers had a bit of a down year last year, but by their standards at least. What gives you confidence that you're not too late to the party here?
Just other people coming here and signing. I think they we're talking about down year and they were 10-8. So I think
By their standards.
by their standards, yeah. I've been 4-14 in this league a couple times, so I think we're going to be okay. Zach Claros is still a great player. Brady Oliveira is great. I think a lot of guys here got a chip on their shoulder and they got something to prove, just like I do, and we'll see what happens.